Greetings. This is your brother, Elder Blacklight. Y'all see the time. The name of this video is going to be Satan Plans Long Term. The results and the return is short-term consequences. He's not prepared to deal with the after effects of his scheming and scamming. There's always a thrill on the hill. Live action. Thrill on the hill in the making of the bills.
Clerk will Smith.
Today we're going to try to show you.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic? You bear true faith and allegiance to the same. You take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which you're about to enter, so help you God? Congratulations, sir.
The whole world is a stage, and everybody plays a part. Stage is set. The curtain goes up. Action. A bullet through your heart.
And I do want to say a very good evening to both of you. This debate will cover 6 major topics. At the beginning of each section, each candidate will have 2 minutes uninterrupted to answer my first question. The debate commission will then turn on their microphone only when it is their turn to answer. Fight against the coronavirus. President Trump, the first question is for you. The country is heading into a dangerous new phase. More than 40,000 Americans are in the hospital tonight with COVID, including record numbers here in Tennessee. And since the two of you last shared a stage, 16,000 Americans have died from COVID. So please be specific. How would you lead the country during this next stage of the coronavirus crisis? 2 minutes, uninterrupted.
So, as you know, 2.2 million people modeled out were expected to die. We closed up the greatest economy in the world in order to fight this horrible disease that came from China. It's a worldwide pandemic. It's all over the world. You see the spikes in Europe and many other places right now. If you notice, the
question of how and why the United Nations is the crux of the great conspiracy to destroy the sovereignty of the United States and the enslavement of the American people within a UN one-world dictatorship is a complete and unknown mystery to the vast majority of the American people. The reason for this unawareness of the frightening danger to our country and to the entire free world is simple. The masterminds behind this great conspiracy have absolute control of all of our mass communications media, especially television, the radio, the press, and Hollywood. We all know that our State Department, the Pentagon, and the White House have brazenly proclaimed that they have the right and the power to manage the news, to tell us not the truth, but what they want us to believe. They have seized that power on orders from their masters of the Great Conspiracy. And the objective is to brainwash the people into accepting the phony peace bait to transform the United States into an enslaved unit of the United Nations one world government.
He says that we're learning to live with it. People are learning to die with it. You folks home will have an empty chair at the kitchen table this morning. That man or wife going to bed tonight and reaching over to try to touch their, out of habit, where their wife or husband was, is gone. Learning to live with it. Come on. We're dying with it. Because he has never said, you said it's dangerous. When's the last time? Is it really dangerous still? Are we dangerous? You tell the people it's dangerous now? What should they do about the danger? And you say, I take no responsibility.
Let me talk about your two.
Excuse me, I take photos.
On the next one.
Prices during the past year, we moved toward $50 million in income. Only a beginning. We have only scratched the surface, because what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has in his head for us, we cannot imagine. This is only the beginning, brothers and sisters, and if we obey him and follow him and join with him, the black people in the hells of North America will soon have in truth that totally independent nation that our leader and teacher has been teaching us for. Some of the enterprises of the Nation of Islam, you know, this nation that they talk about that operates mom and pop shops, restaurants, the Muslim import stores, the Muslim fish house, the Shabazz grocery store, the Shabazz bakery and coffee shop, Temple No. 2 clothing store and office building, the new sales and office building on 78th Street, the Guarantee Bank and Trust Company, Progressive Land Developer, Good Foods Incorporated, which is meat, produce, and eggs, Chicago Lamb Packers, a national trucking system, an aviation department at Gary, Indiana, Muhammad Speaks newspaper plant, which is a cold storage and warehouse, over 200 apartment units, not to speak of the single-family dwellings that he has put his followers in. Farms in Michigan, farms in Georgia, farms in Alabama. 150 temples in North America, Bermuda, Jamaica, and Honduras. Over 46 Muhammad universities of Islam. In the planning stage, a 500-bed hospital.
To the Muslims, Lost Foundation of Islam, those who follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, now is the time for you to rebuild. No excuses. Start rebuilding. We can't let this pandemic hold us back. We must move forward. Caucasian, Satan, he's in the downtime. To be continued.